So, I'm not a plumber. However, I honestly believe that you may have a leak. Not in your house, but in your back end. It's leaking money. But most business owners, you really can't see this because you may be looking at the wrong thing, the wrong matrix. So, let me show you how to analyze your operations. It's easy, I promise you. When you audit your business, you need to look for three things, three types of waste. The first, time waste. And that's, of course, your manual tasks that could be automated. I know you like automation again. Yeah. Second, revenue waste. What bottlenecks are delaying payment? Maybe something that you didn't realize that slows your payment down. And third, opportunity waste. And those are tasks that keep you from high value work. We talked about that before, right? Most businesses are hemorrhaging money in all three areas and they don't even know that. Well, I got you. I do. Here's the process that I want you to do. I want you to first map where your time is actually going. Most back-end leaks happen in the same place, and you just don't know it because you do it day to day. Manual invoicing, payment follow-ups, copy and paste, client onboarding, and here's your favorite one you like to do, answering the same question over and over again. I told y'all I had a toddler, right? One thing I do is repeat myself, but I don't want to repeat myself in business. So you're leaking there. And then those small tasks like that start to add up time over and over again. 15 becomes 20 hours, 20 becomes 30, and you're doing low value work when you say you charge what? $200 an hour. Second, I want you to calculate what it's really costing you. If you're spending 15 hours a week on $20 task, you're not saving $300, you're losing $3,000. And that's a big number to lose because while you're doing the $20 an hour work, you're not doing the $200 per hour work that actually grows your business. And what do we want to do with our businesses? We want them to grow. Just like a plant, you water your business, you water your plant, you want both of those to grow. And basically, in a nutshell, that's opportunity costs. And we talked about that before. And that's honestly your real leak. However, I need you to put your artist hat on. I need you to design something. Design the workflow that should actually work for your business and what it should look like. And here's where a lot of people get it wrong. I've been there, so I definitely understand. You see someone using a certain tool. I'll use Go High Level. I love Go High Level. Great tool. However, that tool may not be for you. Or you see somebody using a software like HoneyBook, Dubsado, and you're like, I need that too. Do you really? That's not the answer, because what works for that $500,000 coaching business won't work for $100,000 service-based business. You see what I'm saying? It's different tools for different businesses, different tools to fit your operation. What works for somebody else's operation may not work for yours. I'm just saying. That's why I just don't give out like a list of tools, because I love looking at new tools. That's my jam. However, I analyze your business, your model, your revenue, your team structure to see which tool actually works for your business. What's your actual workflow? Because the workflow that works for company A may not work for company B. Nothing is a one size fits all in business. For your business, as example, you may need the whole full CRM, no shortcuts. Or business B may just need 3 simple automations, and that's like it for them. So the goal isn't the fanciest tool. I know tools are cool. The goal is to plug your leak. See where that leak is. Like I said, I'm not a plumber, but you're leaking someplace. And we're gonna plug the leak, because plumbers are out here doing the Lord's work. We thank them. Okay? However, in your business, you're the plumber, so you have to figure out where that leak is and fix it. Your back end is leaking and what it's costing you. Listen, know your numbers, know where you're leaking, prioritize what you need to fix first based on your business needs. Not business B, but your business business needs. And of course, the 15-hour work week calculator is still there. Listen, I saw things that I said, this may help another business. So I fixed that leak by building this in a cool tool named Lovable. See, I use that tool for me because that works for my business and my operations. So use the 15-hour work week, see where you're leaking, be that plumber, fix that leak, and let's, get back to some operation excellence. That's what we're going to get back to. And listen, I just gave you some great Fortune 500 stuff. The big dogs is using the same thing to make sure that they're not leaking in their operations. Because if you notice, a lot of big companies, what's one tool that they still use? Microsoft Excel. Have you noticed that? Because guess what? That works for them. And with this tool, they can tweak it for, guess what? Their business. So make sure you do your homework. Start with the audit. And then, drop in the comments and let me know where you're leaking and how you're going to fix that leak. Until next time.